Stop. Just stop for 1 second. I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest, not with me, with yourself. How long have you been learning English? 1 year? 5 years? Maybe 10? And here's the real question. Does the way you speak English match who you actually are? Because I have met people, brilliant people, hard-working people, people with ideas that could change rooms, change companies, change lives. And they sit in front of English speakers, and they go silent. Not because they have nothing to say, but because the words won't come.
And that silence, it costs people. It costs them jobs. It costs them friendships. It costs them the chance to show the world who they really are.
But here is what I believe. Every single person watching this right now, you have a voice worth hearing. And today, we are going to make that voice stronger. 3 words: would, should, must. These are not just grammar words. These words carry dreams. They carry conscience. They carry power. And by the end of this episode, they are yours.
Let's go. Welcome to Musk Unleashed, the English podcast that teaches you real English for real life. Not textbook English, not robot English, the English that actually works in conversations, in interviews, in friendships, in life.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Emma. And guys, this is part 3 of our Modal Verb series. We covered can, could, may, then, might, shall, will, and today, the final 3, the big ones.
Would, should, must.
And here's the thing about these 3 words that nobody tells you in a classroom.
They don't just describe actions, they describe who you are. I would love to do that. That's your dream. I should have tried harder. That's your conscience. I must keep going. That's your strength.
Grammar and character? Same lesson. Let's start.
All right, would. Let's be honest. Most learners think would is just the past tense of will. End of story, move on.
And that is like saying a smartphone is just a phone. Technically true, but you are missing everything that makes it powerful.
Perfect comparison. Okay, would has 4 main jobs in real English, and every single one of them matters.
Use number 1, polite requests and offers. This is the most common use in everyday conversation, and it is the one that makes you sound instantly more professional and warm.
When you want to ask for something or offer something, and you want to sound respectful, would is your word. Would you like some water? Polite offer. Warm. Compare that to, do you want water? Fine between friends, but a little direct.
Or, would you mind closing the door? A gentle request, non-demanding. The person feels respected.
And this phrase, write this down please. I would like to. This is the polished, professional version of I want to.
I want a coffee. Fine. Between friends, totally okay. But I would like a coffee, please. In a restaurant, in a meeting, in an interview, that signals you know how to carry yourself in any situation.
Practice that phrase every single day this week. I would like to. It opens doors.
Use number 2, hypothetical situations. This is would in the world of imagination, dreams, what-ifs.
The classic structure, if I would. And this is everywhere in real English conversation. If I had more time, I would travel the world. If I were you, I would apologize. If we had the money, we would open our own business.
These sentences are not about facts, they're about possibilities. And being able to talk about possibilities fluently, that is how you have real conversations with people. Real depth, real connection.
Think about it. Someone asks you at a dinner, what would you do if you could live anywhere in the world? And if would does not come naturally, the conversation dies.
But when it does,
I would find a small town by the sea. I would wake up every morning to the sound of waves. I would write, I would read, I would finally feel like I was living.
see how that feels? Would makes imagination sound fluent. It gives your dreams a voice.
Use number 3, past habits. And this surprises people. Would can describe things you regularly did in the past with a warm, nostalgic feeling.
When I was a child, I would wake up early on weekends to watch cartoons.
My grandmother would always cook the same soup every Sunday. The whole house would smell amazing.
There is something so human about this use of would. It's not just, I did this. It's, this was who we were. This was our life.
Use number 4, the most emotionally powerful one, would have. Past conditional. And this is where would meets our deepest regrets and our biggest what-ifs.
Would have plus past participle. It means something did not happen, but under different circumstances, it would have.
I would have applied for that job, but I talked myself out of it.
She would have been incredible in that role if they had just given her the chance.
I would have told him how much he meant to me, but I kept waiting for the right moment, and the right moment never came.
Pause. Every single one of us has a would have story.
Something we wanted to do, but didn't. Something we wanted to say, but stayed silent.
And here's what I want you to do with those stories. Don't use them as chains. Use them as fuel.
Every I would have from your past is pointing at something you need to do differently today.
That's not just the English lesson. That's the life lesson.
Okay, quick role play for would. Job interview scenario, tight and real.
I'm the interviewer. You're the candidate. Go.
Thank you for seeing me. I would really like the opportunity to join your team. I believe I would bring strong communication skills and a genuine commitment to the work.
Where would you like to be in 5 years?
I would like to grow into a leadership role. I would love to develop within this company and take on bigger responsibilities over time.
Back to host. Did you hear that? Would like, would love, would bring. That's professional English. That's the kind of English that makes people remember you.
Okay, quick quiz. We say a situation, you decide would, should, or must. Ready?
Situation 1. You're daydreaming with a friend about your perfect vacation. What word do you use?
Pause for effect. Would. If I could go anywhere, I would go to Japan. I would walk through every temple and eat everything. Hypothetical. Imagination. Would.
Situation 2. Your looks exhausted and hasn't eaten all day. You want to gently tell them something. What word?
Should. You should take a break. You should eat something. You've been going all day. Advice. Care. Should.
Situation 3. There's a warning sign in a laboratory. What word goes on the sign?
Must. All personnel must wear protective equipment at all times. Non-negotiable, no exceptions. Must.
3 situations, 3 completely different words, 3 completely different feelings. Same grammar, different soul.
And that is what fluency actually is.
Should. And I want to start with something that might surprise you.
Go ahead.
Should is the most human of all modal verbs because should is the word we use when we care. When you tell someone you should see a doctor, you care about their health. When you say you should go for it, you believe in them. When you say to yourself, I should have been kinder, you have a conscience. Should is the voice of wisdom.
That's a beautiful way to look at it, and it's completely true.
Use number 1, advice and recommendations. The classic use and the most natural one in everyday conversation.
You should get more sleep. You should try that restaurant. It's amazing. You should apply for that scholarship. Seriously. These are not commands. Nobody is forcing anyone. It's one person saying, in my honest opinion, this would be good for you. And that changes everything about the tone.
And the negative, shouldn't, is just as important and just as human. You shouldn't worry so much. You shouldn't let one bad day define everything. You shouldn't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20.
That last one, that's the language of a good friend.
Someone who sees what you cannot see about yourself.
Use number 2, expectation based on logic. When you predict something, not as a guess, but as a reasonable expectation. She's been preparing for weeks. She should do well. The package was sent on Monday. It should arrive by Thursday. They've been planning this event for months. It should be incredible.
This should gives your predictions credibility. You're not just hoping. You have a reason to believe it. And that makes your English sound intelligent and thoughtful.
Use number 3, and this is the deep one. should have, past regret, past advice. And this structure, this is grammar that touches the heart.
Should have plus past participle. It means something did not happen, but it should have. There's regret, there's a lesson.
I should have studied harder. I didn't. I regret it.
You should have told me sooner. Why didn't you? I'm a little hurt.
We should have left earlier. Now we're going to be late. Mistake made, lesson noted.
And in spoken English, native speakers almost never say the full should have. They say should have. It sounds like shoulda, sometimes even shoulda.
I should have called. We should have left earlier. That's real spoken English. That's how it actually sounds.
And there's even a famous phrase, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You'll hear this all the time from native speakers.
It means stop living in regret. Stop saying what you should have done, what you would have done, what you could have done.
Which honestly is
Move
great life
forward.
advice and a great English lesson at
Which
the same time.
honestly is
Now,
great
the
life advice.
motivational version of should have. And I want everyone to really sit with these.
You should have known. Your hard work was always going to pay off. It just takes time. You should have believed in yourself sooner, but you believe now, and now is enough. You shouldn't have let that one person's words stop you. They were wrong about you. You should be proud of how far you've come. Even if no one else said it, I'm saying it now.
Every single person watching, that was for you.
Use number 4, moral duty. Should as the voice of values, of what is right.
Leaders should listen more than they speak. We should take care of each other. We should never make someone feel small for trying.
This should does not carry legal force. Nobody will arrest you for not following it, but it carries moral weight, and that in real human communication is often stronger than any law.
Common mistakes with should, fast and important.
Mistake 1, I should to go. Wrong. Never put to after a modal verb. It is just I should go.
Mistake 2, using simple past instead of should have. Don't say I should studied more. It must be I should have studied more. The have is not optional.
Mistake 3, confusing should with must. You should wear a seatbelt is advice. You must wear a seatbelt is the law. Very different levels of obligation.
And speaking of must, let's go. Must. And I will tell you exactly why I love this word.
Tell us.
Because must has no room for excuses. When someone says must, there is no negotiation, no alternative, no maybe, no later. This is happening. And that kind of clarity, in a world full of maybe and we'll see and I'll try, must is like a lighthouse. It cuts through everything.
That is a very good description for someone who loves the word.
I have given this some thought.
Use number 1, strong obligation and necessity. You must submit the application before midnight. No exceptions.
Passengers must fasten their seatbelts. Rule, law, do it.
You must eat something. You haven't had anything all day. Urgent care, almost an emergency.
Now, important real-world note. Between close friends and equals in casual conversation, must for personal obligation can sometimes feel too strong, a little bossy.
Right. Between friends, people often use have to instead. You have to try this food sounds friendly and excited. You must try this food sounds like a command.
But in rules, warnings, professional documents, formal notices, must is exactly right and completely natural.
Use number 2, and this one is used all the time in spoken English, but most learners never learn it properly. Logical deduction, using must to reach a conclusion based on evidence you can see.
This is the Sherlock Holmes use of must.
You always say that.
Because it is always true. You see evidence, you think, you conclude, and you express that conclusion with must.
He's been working for 12 hours. He must be exhausted. You didn't ask him, but the evidence is clear. You know.
That restaurant has a 2-hour wait every night. It must be incredible.
She's been smiling at her phone for the past 10 minutes. She must have received good news.
This use of must shows intelligence, observation, emotional awareness. When you use it, you sound like someone who pays attention, someone who understands people.
And the negative of deduction, this is important, is not mustn't. It is can't or couldn't.
That can't be right. I checked it myself. She can't have forgotten. I reminded her this morning.
When something is impossible based on evidence, use can't, not mustn't.
Use number 3, must have. Strong deduction about the past, and this is detective-level English.
Must have plus past participle. You are highly confident about what happened based on what you can see right now.
You come home and find the kitchen completely cleaned. You say, someone spent hours in here.
Your friend shows up looking completely transformed, new confidence, new energy. You say, you must have worked incredibly hard to get to this point.
She must have gone through so much to build that life from nothing. And notice, must have is also how you honor people. When you say, you must have worked incredibly hard for this, that's not just grammar, that's respect, that's recognition. That's the language of someone who sees the effort behind the result.
Use number 4, mustn't. Prohibition, what is absolutely not allowed. Never, not negotiable.
You mustn't tell anyone about this. This is a secret, full stop.
You mustn't give up. Not now, not ever. In a motivational context, this is fire.
We mustn't forget where we came from. Moral, grounded, real.
And here's one of the biggest mistakes in English, confusing mustn't with don't have to. They are completely opposite in meaning.
You mustn't eat that. It's poisonous. Do not eat it. Forbidden.
You don't have to eat that, but you can if you'd like. No obligation, free choice.
Same situation, completely different meaning. Mustn't equals forbidden. Don't have to equals not required, but allowed.
Say it with me. Mustn't, forbidden. Don't have to, your choice.
Got it? Good.
Okay, role play for must. I want to do a scenario between 2 close friends. One of them is about to give up on something important.
Perfect. I'll be the friend who's struggling. You're the friend who will not let me quit.
Concerned. Ethan, you've been quiet all week. What's going on?
Deflated. I don't know, Emma. I've been working on this for 2 years and I still feel like I'm going nowhere. Maybe it's just not for me.
2 years. You must have put so much into this. I have seen how hard you work. That doesn't just disappear.
I know, but what if it's just not enough?
You mustn't think like that. That voice in your head, that doubt, you mustn't let it make decisions for you. It doesn't know what you're capable of. I do.
Quietly. You really believe that?
You must keep going, not because it's easy, because you started this for a reason, and that reason hasn't changed.
Back to host, moved. Okay, that felt real.
Smiling, because it was real. And notice, must have for recognizing someone's effort, mustn't for prohibition, don't let doubt win, must for obligation. You must keep going. All 3, one conversation.
All right. Same situation, 3 completely different words. Feel the difference. Your friend is nervous about a big presentation tomorrow. What do you say?
You should prepare well tonight. Advice, care, a gentle nudge.
You would do great if you just trusted yourself. A hypothetical encouragement that feels like a hug.
You must walk in there tomorrow and remember, you have earned this. Power, certainty, no room for doubt.
3 words, 3 completely different energies. All correct, all powerful. And the one you choose depends on the moment and what that person needs to hear.
That is emotional intelligence in English. And that is what separates good speakers from great ones.
Quick final summary.
Use of would, the word of dreams, politeness, and imagination. I would like to. If I could, I would. I would have.
Use of should, the word of care, wisdom, and conscience. You should try. I should have. We should never forget.
Use of must, the word of certainty, logic, and power. You must keep going. He must be exhausted. You mustn't give up.
3 words, 3 kinds of strength. All yours.
Your challenge this week, and we mean this, write 3 sentences in the comments below. Your own sentences, not from a textbook, real ones.
Sentence 1, I would. A dream, something you imagine, something you want.
Sentence 2, I should. Something honest, something you know you need to do.
Sentence 3, I must. Your commitment, your promise, your non-negotiable.
We read every single comment, and the most honest, most powerful comment, we are featuring it at the start of our next episode.
Because this podcast is not just about English, it's about people, real people, working hard, growing, becoming.
Share this episode with someone today, not just someone who wants to improve their English, someone who needs to hear that their voice matters.
Because it does. From all of us at Musk Unleashed,
Keep learning,
keep speaking.
keep going.
I'm Ethan,
I'm Emma.
and this is Musk Unleashed. See you in the next one.